Hey, all right, so I have the results from the survey. It was really interesting. Thank you so much for taking it. I know coaches and consultants and experts really, really well, especially after 12 years in business. But some things really surprised me, and I promised that I would share the results with you because I think you'll find them really interesting as well. So I'm going to do that in a minute. I just want to thank you, though, for taking the time to take that survey. And I hope you have read and enjoyed the essay compilation, the public speaking essay compilation that I created just for you, and also the plug-in design model worksheet that is ideal, the best you'll find for creating your programs and talks and books and things like that. So again, that is my gift to you. Thank you so much. And in order to present you the results, I'm just going to do it in slides because it's way easier and I'm never going to remember everything you said. So let's go on over to the slides and you can see all the things that you said in this survey as a collective whole. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here are the results from the survey. I had just shy of 100 consultants and coaches take this, or professionals, you know, attorneys, doctors, that kind of thing. A few professionals looking to be consultants and coaches, they were taking this. And the sales in 2013 for this particular business that we were speaking about, that I was getting, the survey about, 54% earn under 25K for that particular business. And that meant 71% in total earn under 50K. As you can well imagine, that's absolutely not acceptable. Desired sales in 2014 were predominantly 100K to 150K. Obviously, if you are making less than 25K, if you're making less than 50K, 100K is too much of a reach. I just want to say that to you so that you don't self-flagellate, because it's just not it's very unlikely. So let's take a conservative number, 10 to 15,000 more, and go for that, something like that. So what do you feel you most need in 2014? What did you all say you most need? Now, I broke apart most need and most want. This is most need. 42%. Now, what I did was you ranked these, right? Out of 8 options, you ranked them. So I chose the top 1 and 2 ranked choices. 42% of top 1 and 2 choices said they most needed urgently wanted programs and products. 38% needed that rigorous improvement in their habits, their daily habits, their productivity, and their beliefs. 27% most needed a distinctive message, and 25% felt they most needed a distinctive brand. This was very interesting to me. Least needed, these were those from the bottom 7 and 8 chosen. 58% down there said building a list, and 45% felt that a high visibility platform. This was least needed. I'm telling you that building a list is absolutely not one of the least things you need. You have to build your list, and you need to build it right away. So just a little advice there for you. What did you most want? Again, these were the top 1 and 2 ranked choices. 35, it was a dead heat between a distinctive message and the rigorous improvement in their productivity, habits, and beliefs. And 33%, kind of right in there, said that urgently wanted programs and products suite. And 29% said high visibility. You can see how it's a little confusing, right? Least wanted were list building strategies, marketing strategy, marketing copy. Of course, these are exceedingly important, but you are prioritizing. But still, there's a little bit of confusion going on here, a little bit of inconsistency, and I just want to point it out in case it is the case for you. Most needed, most wanted. We all know in our work that we must give what people want more than what they feel that they need. People always buy more of what they want. But look at what you did here. 42% of you said that you most needed, urgently wanted programs, but it was the third choice of what you most wanted. And the distinctive message was your third rated, most needed choice, a distinctive message there on the left, and yet it's what you most want. So, all I really want to say about this is that you want to get clear. You really want to get clear on what is it that you want. Which of these do you really, 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 really want? Okay, so what were the top 3 obstacles limiting your success? 54% of you recognize that it's the lack of these brand consistent programs that you need. 50% felt that this was, the obstacle was being unfocused and having too much self-doubt, and 39% said that it was the marketing funnel, which again, it was in other parts of the survey, the marketing funnel came in as the least needed, least wanted, and yet it was noticed to be in the top 3 obstacles. So again, these were ranked. That's why these percentages aren't going to add up to 100%, because this was a ranking, and I chose the top 3. But at any rate, this is what your peers are finding as the main obstacles to their success. All right, so here was something that was a little confusing. Here's the percentage of you who admitted that you can't achieve your success by yourself. 73%. It was a true and false question. And yet, this is the percent here at the bottom of those who plan to achieve their success by themselves, 61%. So 73% felt that they know they can't do it themselves, but 61% felt that they were going to do it, plan to do it by themselves. So that's a little bit scary, guys, a lot scary. So you want to figure that one out for yourselves. Okay. How are you going to achieve your sales goals in 2014? Well, like I just said, 61% of you said you're going to do it by yourself with free programs. 41%, so that's quite a big drop down, said that you were going to invest in virtual memberships with videos and PDFs and Q&A calls with the leader, that kind of thing, that typical thing. 35% of you said a mastermind group program, and 33% one-to-one, where you're guided in how to do what you need to do. Well, the last one was a one-to-one where it's done for you. Well, this is where I had my big learning. Don't, Elizabeth, use done for you in describing your work. People think that their creativity is going to be usurped if you use that phrase, Elizabeth. But the truth is, with me, your creativity and your vision is used, it is needed, and it is absolutely enhanced. So, what is the right phrase for describing my full service, the immersion program, where you never have to wonder if you're off base and you never go off base, where you get your truly one-of-a-kind business identity invented with full input from you, but never alone, which is disastrous, where you get your one-of-a-kind thought leader message crafted by a wordsmith artist, with full input from you, but not alone, which can be disastrous, where you get your suite of brand consistent programs and products invented and scripted with input from you, but not alone, which is disastrous, by an expert in curriculum design and adult learning strategies. Get your marketing language crafted by a wordsmith, again, with input from you, but not alone, which is disastrous. Get your marketing funnel designed for maximum impact by a 13-year veteran of business, with input from you, but not alone, which is disastrous. So I'm not so sure there is a good enough descriptive phrase for what that program is. The crazy hard parts designing a highly marketable business identity, and the magnetic languaging that attracts the right market, and the irresistible programs that attract the market, the right marketing sequences so the market sees your programs and buys them, and the right structuring of your talks and programs so your audiences learn, love you, and come back for more, well, they are all kind of done for you with me. But they're done with you and your unique creativity every single step of the way. But I digress, but only because I was so misunderstood. With me, Done For You is about as good as any program can get, honestly, in this oversaturated world of business advising. Because the business you end up with is more you than you ever thought it could be. So, do you get it now? Do you get it now? I will not use Done For You, but I'll come up with something else, but I hope you understand how it is. All right, now, continuing with the survey. What did you invest in 2013? Well, I'm not going to read them all, but you can see them there. Marketing plan programs, you invested in website design, SEO, book coaching, message development, platform selling. Those were some of the things. You did everything from membership programs. It seems like predominantly they were membership programs. Some of you went to some live events, and some of you did some one-to-one. What I was really surprised about was most were pretty satisfied in this survey. That goes completely against my experience of those who come to me. I'm cleaning up messes every single day from folks who have worked with a lot of these people and been really unhappy. So I was happy that, and pleased that you were mostly satisfied. Those who weren't satisfied with the gurus out there cited these as reasons. Some of you copped to the fact that it was yourself, that you didn't apply yourself, you didn't do the work. But others cited that they, whoever the expert was gave too much information and they just were overwhelmed. And I know that that's very problematic in those membership forum type things. Boring presentation style. Don't get me started. Not enough customized help, of course. Too little accountability, of course. This was a big one. I have had this experience myself in the years past where I'm in some sort of group and not everybody's at the same level. That is a massive mistake on the part of the expert. So you've got to ask them and ask them for a money-back guarantee on it, because I had some people lie to me about the level of the people who were going to be in the program. You want to make sure that they are the same level as you. Lack of face-to-face time and being the wrong market for the program. Now, I asked everybody, what would you eagerly invest in? What kind of live event would you eagerly invest in? And this was the highest ranked option. Getting a comprehensive step-by-step blueprint of exactly what to do to make your business successful. 62.2% of you wanted this. Followed by developing your worthy of you stand-apart message at 42%, learning powerful public speaking secrets to be one of the best speakers in your industry, 35%, mastering the indomitable spirit of the powerful leader, 31%. So I gave you 4 options, and this was how you ranked them. To invest in 2014, you said you would need at least one of these kinds of promises from an expert. A promise of increased sales, ROI. Several paying clients, a promise, you do this program and you're going to get several paying clients from it. A low-cost option, the you can't fail. I love that. The you can't fail with this. That is a really great promise, and I encourage all of you to ask your expert, can you promise this? Ongoing, and they can't promise that, because if you have to do the work, you have to do all of the work in your business. Everybody who stays with me, even in my immersion program, which is extremely comprehensive, you leave and you have everything you could possibly want and need for success. But if you don't do and follow the steps, you're going to fail. But if you say to the person, the expert, I am going to do everything you say to me. And can you promise that I will not fail? That should be something you should ask them. Ongoing support, they want a promise of that. They want a promise that their products and programs will convert. They want a promise that they will be held accountable. That's so important. That is a coaching function. It's not a consulting or advisory or even mentoring function. But for coaching, if you hire a coach, they should be holding you accountable. Exact tools that can be used, like they didn't say plug and play, but that's my phrase. They want exact tools that can just be plugged in and ready to go. A step-by-step plan, guaranteed butts in seats, and blueprint of sequential marketing. So those are, some kind of promise. These are some promises you all wanted. And what would make you believe? What would make you believe an expert? These were the top 1 and 2 rankings combined. Experiencing them yourself in a one-to-one setting or a group setting. Money back was huge. That was 69% of you want that. Money back guarantee, 42%. Written contract, I don't know why I got so specific here, 40%. Conversations with past clients, 27%. And, testimonials don't cut it the way these other things do, at any rate. Okay, so there you have it. These are the results from the survey. Now the question is, okay, so what am I going to do in response to everything that you wrote? Well, not everything that you want I do, right? I don't do SEO, I don't do social media stuff, I don't do publicity, I don't do list building. It's like, those are not my specialties. But the majority of what you want, I handle, I take care of, right? So I have 4 things in the queue for 2014 specifically designed for you guys. 2 of them have always been there or have been there for the last 1.5 to 2 years. And the other 2 are brand new, and I'm so excited about it, and there are other things in the queue as well. So one of the things that you said you wanted was a mastermind group. I don't do masterminds per se, but I have a business group called Illuminate. And Illuminate is a twice monthly group program that I do every fall and usually every spring, but I'm going to do it this winter as well, right? Starting in January. So look out for all of my emails and other things, any other promotions about Illuminate. Illuminate is very special. It is specifically geared to persuasive communication. So all the places where you have to basically persuade and influence, and we go through all of those areas in a very structured, kind of systemized way. But the calls themselves, the twice monthly calls, are kind of a mastermind type atmosphere where you bring to me what's up on your plate for persuasive issues, and I give you the languaging you need. So that's number 1. You wanted a group event? Illuminate is it. Okay. You also wanted some one-on-one time, right? One-on-one consulting. Well, that's what I do. That's pretty much the only thing I've been really comfortable doing ethically for you guys. And of course, that falls into the category of my Powerhouse Method. The Powerhouse Method is a 7-session private program with me, and it's all on branding, messaging, getting your thought leader message in particular, and even walking away with very, very key marketing content, marketing pieces. Not pieces, I shouldn't say that. Marketing sentences, marketing copy that you will use going forward. So that's the Powerhouse Method. That has been in place for 2 years. It is bar none the best one-on-one branding program you'll ever get, guaranteed. Money back guaranteed on that one. And then the other 2 are brand new. I'm so excited about them. You wanted a membership type experience, or at least that's what you felt that you could invest in 2014. I have to tell you, ethically, I don't like them. I know that for you to develop your business and for you to create the articulation and the branding and the identity and all that, you have to work with me one-on-one. But I know that so many of you just never will. You just won't be able to make it. So I am bringing back one of my most popular group programs called 12 Sentences. 12 Sentences is going to be a membership type. It's not membership, isn't the right word, but you're going to go into a room, if you will, with videos and PDFs and others that are working on the same material with you, and you're going to create and develop your business in 12 sentences. I am the fill in the blanks queen and insist that you know your business very, very potently in short, concise sentences. So keep your eye out for 12 sentences. I'm going to be releasing this really soon, and it is absolutely something that you can afford and must if you can't work with me one-on-one. And then you said that you would eagerly invest in a live event that would cover comprehensively everything, all the steps in the sequence of all the things you need to do to be successful. Well, Inspired Leaders Unleashed, Breaking the Rules, Thriving in Business, and Changing the World with Your Message is the live event that I'm going to be doing in the third quarter of 2014, somewhere beautiful and gorgeous, and it is going to be unlike anything you've ever gone to, because that's how I roll. Everything has to be one of a kind. It's going to be a little bit mysterious. You're not going to know exactly what you're getting into, one of those blind events that are so popular right now, but it's also going to be very, very experiential and giving you that sequence that you're looking for. So look for Inspired Leaders Unleashed, Breaking the Rules, Thriving in Business, and Changing the World with Your Message. And then you wanted free ebooks and free books and things like that. I've got books coming out this year, real books coming out this year. I'm so excited about them. And then I have one final amazing thing up my sleeve. I don't know if it will roll out in 2014, depends on a lot of things. But I'm very, very excited about that. And that is for those of you who felt that you needed some help with your habits, your success, beliefs, habits, things like that that are kind of holding you back. And that also is going to be absolutely one of a kind and really cool. So those are the things that I am doing in response to what you want. Come get it. Okay, and now I want to end this video with some tips for you. Really, it's not really some tips, it's one killer tip. Somebody asked in the survey, like I said, what do you really want? It was my last question. What do you really want that I haven't covered? And somebody said how to stop being seduced by shiny objects. And of course that means the email that comes into your box that says, oh, you should go do this, and then the other one that says, oh, you should do that, and the Facebook offer, oh, you need to come over and take this course. How do you stop being seduced by the shiny objects? Well, I have an answer for you, and I think it's a pretty good one, kind of fun, unique. Let's go listen. Okay, so why is being seduced by so many different business solutions a problem? Well, because you're wasting time, you're avoiding real work, you're spending money you don't need to spend, you're staying confused, and very likely you're choosing the wrong solution for what you need. You must decide in 2014. Decide means to cut off. You must cut off everything that is not needed and determine to be focused only on what you must do now. So let me offer you this metaphor as guidance. Let's say that you want to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. Building a business could absolutely be likened to that, right? So where do you start? Well, you could get distracted by offers for great rappelling equipment or the best compass or the best app or a great survival kit. But why the heck are you spending money on those things or even perusing those websites when there's one thing you have to do now or you will never climb Mount Kilimanjaro? You must have transportation to get there. You can't climb the mountain without that. Now, you could say, well, I could walk and I could swim there. I don't need transportation. By the way, that's kind of like saying I can build my business by myself, but I digress. And you could walk and swim, but what shape would you be in when you reached the shore of Tanzania? Not in any shape to climb the darn mountain, that's for sure. So let's not quibble. You have to have transportation. So stop looking for great apps. If you want to start climbing, you must get transportation. Then, next, in order to climb that mountain, you must have footwear. Again, you could argue that you could do it in bare feet, i.e., building your business without investing, but you won't make it far before your feet give out, so why are you even trying? You need footwear next. Don't worry about flashlights or the best energy bars. Research footwear and buy the footwear. With these two things, you could ostensibly begin your journey and even succeed at it. Without them, though, no way. I will end this analogy with the third item you need. It's not a necessity probably, but without it, you will not get far, and that is clothing. Yes, you need a compass. Yes, you need an app. Yes, you need water. Yes, you need a sleeping bag, but not next. Not to climb the mountain. Not right now. To climb the mountain now, you have to get there. You need footwear and you need clothing because you'll harm yourself and freeze to death without it. So what is the moral of this story? Focus on what you must have now and do it by looking hard at what you don't need now. So this begs the question, what do you need to focus on in your business first now? Yes, you need SEO. Yes, you need publicity. Yes, you need a brand. Yes, you need a website. Yes, you need a Facebook page. Yes, you need a webinar. Yes, you need great selling skills. And yes, you need the right mindset. But those are all down the line after you've acquired the transportation, footwear, and clothing. What do you need to focus on right now? Your target market. Attend to nothing else but figuring out who you work with. Go here if you want to download my free ebook on this. Not having your market is the same as saying that you can climb Mount Kilimanjaro without a way to get there, i.e. the transportation. It's magical thinking. You can't from where you live go and climb Mount Kilimanjaro. It's magical thinking. Get your target market right first. That's it. Like, don't go to anything else. Now, if you have that, then what is your footwear, the next needed thing? Well, I'm going to prove my honesty to you, my integrity, by telling you something that's not even my specialty. You really need to start building your list right out of the gate. You're not going to get half mile up the mountain without your list. You won't, in other words, get any sales without an audience. Now, I, the message queen, could say, if you don't have a clear message, you're not going to get the right people on your list, or you may not get any at all if it's a really bad message. And that's true. It can be true. But if you're trying to analyze the thing to focus on, I would amend my argument and say, put some good enough message together that is in the ballpark of your passion and start getting your list. Don't wait until everything is lined up. You need one single website page for it, a squeeze page, something to give them that they'll to give their email addresses for, and an autoresponder program. So you're at the mountain, you got there, you have your footwear. So what's analogous to the clothing, the third thing that you need to focus on? Honestly, it is your brand messaging. Clear, laser-focused, provocative, desirable, penetrating, important, worthy of you, urgently wanted. Getting a branded website? No, it's way too early for that. Write a book? No, 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 no. You need that further up the mountain. Do a webinar? On what? You cannot mess with your reputation. You have one chance to make a good impression. So your webinar or whenever you go out speaking has to be on something really clear, a clear, laser-focused, provocative, urgently wanted brand message. Strategizing your marketing funnel? still further up the mountain, everything in that funnel has to be brand consistent. So that is of no use until you know what your brand messaging is. So there you have it. The 3 things to focus on in that order. If you mess up the order, you risk messing up your results. Target market, list, brand message. Now, I just need to put in here that if you work with me in the Powerhouse Method, my private program, you get all of that up and running in 2 months and a heck of a lot more. So that's how you avoid the shiny object syndrome. You decide. You cut off what you do not need now and focus only on what you do. And I just gave you the 3 things to focus on. If you don't have all of those 3 things, cut everything else off. Cut everything else off. Do not even think about them. Do not go on their webinars. Do not open their emails. This is the only thing for you to pay attention to in order for you to start climbing your mountain. All right. I'm glad I was able to help a little today. Thank you again so much for doing the survey. And click below right now for a very very cool special event that I am leading on December 17th. It's just $22 to reserve your seat, and it is the perfect thing for you for manifesting your most successful 2014. Okay, go do that now. And thanks again so much. Here's to climbing Mount Kilimanjaro.